a trailer here where it belongs, outdoors.
Correct. This is a 1947 Westcraft. This is the 1940s era. This one has been restored. It's got some unique features in it. This is after the war was over. Abundance of aluminum, of course. It's an aluminum skin. It's aircraft riveted all the way through. If you notice, there's buck rivets all around it. It has a unique size shape to it also, kind of like a bread loaf. You know, compound curves in the corners, square looking though, flat sides, a lot of room and headroom inside. We made reference earlier about how small they were. If you walk in this one, it's got a little bit more headroom in it.
Well, let's take a peek.
Okay.
This is a restoration that you've done for a well-known Hollywood personality who is going to remain nameless, but this is beautiful in here. This is gorgeous.
Yeah, this trailer, Westcraft, the company, they had very good woodworkers. This is 3 different types of wood in here. There's Douglas fir, there's birch, and there's actually maple in here on the countertops. They made this trailer 1 year. It was very expensive to build, and they didn't sell too well. But it was a very well-made trailer. Right here, we have an ice maker. There's nothing like a Jack Daniels with no ice out in the middle of nowhere. He's got his inverter, charger, and panel system here that runs all of his new electronics.
That's great. I notice an interesting looking the bedroom and the little closet next to it there.
Yeah, looks like a closet.
Yeah.
But this trailer never had a bathroom, but it does now. And we made it all out of stainless steel. We actually used the materials they would have used in the 40s. There's no plastic involved in this trailer. There is a little shower head here where you can sit in there on the toilet and use that shower. It's tight, but it's functional.
And you mentioned that if he needs some toilet paper passed through, I can
right there, you pass the toilet paper through and follow that up with a cocktail.
Yeah. Odd place for a sink, really little sink, but looks very functional.
Yeah, this, like I said, this had no bathroom in it, and this was a little dresser that we converted into a little sink and dresser now. So it's a perfect spot where it's right off the bathroom, right in the bedroom. And it works. This cabinet we built to match what was in there, but there's a little deceit here. It is his home entertainment center here. So he's got a little bit of everything that a brand new coach would have, but a lot of the old 40s flavor to it.
So very similar to a lot of the cars that we've had on Vintage Vehicle, in that, you know, it may have started out as a 32 Ford, but with the new running gear, the new disc brakes, and the new electrical system, and the new, you have the best of the old and the best of the new.
Don't forget air conditioning.
Air conditioning, yeah.
They've got to have the creature comfort.
Yeah. In the Hollywood circles, I'm making an assumption here, but I'm sure you have to have some place to keep your caviar and your champagne. Would that be?
Yeah, so we have a refrigerator. It started life as an ice box, but of course we upgraded it and made it into a refrigeration unit. There's where your old ice block would sit, but this is a refrigerator that's compatible with the inverter. So, you know, when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you still have to have that compressor working. So everything is set to work with the inverter on this trailer. We of course put a nice stainless steel countertop in here. It's also metal that was used back in the time, but we upgraded this and made it a nice clean look with the stainless. Your old O'Keefe and Merritt stove, vintage style stove, that's been upgraded as well. It's got all the safety features inside it now that automatically shut off when there's a propane leak or anything like that.
This is big enough in here that, you know, 2 people could not get on their nerves here. I think actually, with, you know, with this, we need to get away from each other. You have that.
You close the door. That's right. She can sleep back there while you're in the front with your buddies talking about how the big fish you caught earlier.
Or hot rods.
Or hot rods as well. The trailer, the truck you're pulling it with. You couldn't fit in that little that little shower bathroom back there. Well, you would take this door, turn it at a 90-degree angle, and you'd mount these 2 poles together, make yourself a little shower curtain, and then come outside here and shower.
Take a shower, yeah.
Exactly.
Probably easier than sitting down on that toilet.
Much easier.
I made reference earlier to a trailer in there looking like the trailers that I grew up with, but this is the kind of trailer that I grew up with.
Correct. This is a 1957 Field and Stream. It's It's definitely got that 50s vibe to it.
And this is a very 50s feel to it.
Right. This definitely has that Jetson feel to it.
Yes.
With the Formica. You know, plastic was coming into play now, and everybody was starting to use the boomerangy look and everything else, and the scallops around here. And this is definitely that feel and that type of trailer they used back then. The pattern they followed.
From the 20s through into the 60s or so, were there that many technical advancements made in the trailer industry, or was it basically just making a little different look to the same thing that started out?
The technical thing that came along was the plumbing, exactly, where you had the chemical toilets and you had your fully self-contained trailers, you know, air conditioning and your generators and all that. That was one thing. The style of the trailer, well, lightweight. They decided to start making them a lot more lighter weight so that you can pull it, and as you were adding these bigger appliances as well. And then the size of the trailer, the style of the outside of the trailer went with aerodynamics to have the trailer pull down the road and not blow over on the side of the highway, and also to make it simple and almost like a kit form, flat sides, rounded top. So you didn't have that compound curve that was very expensive to make, that took a real big machine or some real craftsman to make.
Stephen, I think the viewers all know that you see a lot more RVs on the road than you do trailers, but looks like we have both here.
Correct. A gentleman in 1959 purchased a rolled or crashed Volkswagen bus, and took his old 1949 Airstream and mounted it on this brand new bus and made himself an RV.
And the two melded together very well, looks like.
Yeah, I believe from the looks of it, he was definitely an aerospace builder or an airplane builder or something, because he got everything to fit just right on this thing, and he was molded all this in. It looks like a factory made piece.
So if somebody had you restore this, or you restore it for yourself, this would be just fine to take off and use as a trailer.
Sure. It's got an engine in it, so you don't have to have a vehicle to pull it. It runs, drives, it brakes, it stops well. It's a great piece.
So I think the guy that designed this Volkswagen bust, the Volkswagen bus, this is bigger and better.
Yeah, I believe this looks like something that a Grateful Dead head guy would drive around to some of the concerts. He was a good metal man, but he wasn't the greatest in woodwork and his design.
And some of it is pretty, like to get into the front seat, you pointed out to me that
you pull that off.
That's how you do it.
And then you climb in, over. And then his girlfriend would climb over after she put the seat in. And we'll be on our way.
Works great, and in case you get hungry, you could have a little pot of coffee going right over
there,
here.
and you could grab it right off the sink.
Somehow I don't think this would meet some safety standards. So the people that drive the old cars down the street to get thumbs up, the people towing trailers or driving something like this are
correct. It's the same thing. It's all about a good time gone by, and here it is coming back in a resurgence now.
Well, Stephen, I want to thank you for taking us on a tour of the say it for me again?
Funky Junk Farms.
Funky Junk Farms. We're going to have a website address for you. In fact, if you look on the screen right now, there it is. Stephen, thank you very much. This has been a fantastic tour. It's a great place.
Well, let's go.
All right.